Hi, Kris. So we have your 3 images here for a commercial shoot. And you chose, like many others in this class, to do a fashion shoot. So you have the same subject in all 3 images as we required. You have one theme. You have this outfit that he's wearing. You said the name of it. I'm not familiar with that. And he changes outfits for the last image. So we have that change of outfit. And the location is the same for all of them. It might not be like the same, they're not all shot maybe right in front of this one building. Maybe you're moving within a block, but overall we can see that this is the same type of area that you're photographing in. So you definitely have that going through. Now, all 3 images, I think you're paying an exceptional close eye to, or close attention to the lighting in your images. Here is coming from the side, it's nicely illuminating him. This is the only image that creates concern for me regarding the lighting, and that's just on his face. You have it, and I know you're working in post-production, so that's why I want to bring this up. You have it bright on the side of his face, but there's like this extra bright highlight right along here that I would pull back on. It feels abnormal to me that you would have that highlight so bright right there and nowhere else on his face. So I would pull back on that highlight that's on his nose and the top of his lip there. And then I think it would feel more natural. That's the one question that I had about, is this all natural light or is it artificial, because of the way that you have that brighter towards the end of his face. Here again, you have really beautiful lighting coming across, really pulling him out from the background. And then we can see the background recedes from him. We don't have that idea where the subject starts to blend into the background. You're really pulling him out by the way that the light is hitting him, and then it falls off in the background. And again here, he's fully illuminated. You have the soft quality of light that you're working with. In all of these, we're in the same sort of location, right? I assume you're like walking around downtown, but you're finding locations that really work for your subject. And it seems like he's comfortable with you. We've seen him often throughout the semester, but he's really at ease here in his environment. And the idea of what you're selling here is not just that he's selling these clothes, but you're selling an attitude or a lifestyle. And that's coming through with his ease in front of the camera and kind of these in-between moments that you've captured him in. So that first image, you have the plants behind him and he's really relaxed as he's leaning up against the post here. This seems the most posed out of all of the images. This seems like kind of an in-between moment, not an awkward in-between moment. He's looking very comfortable, but kind of like he's reaching back and scratching his shoulder or something. So it has this natural feel to it, and it feels more like this lifestyle shot that we can really buy into the authenticity of. And then this last image definitely doesn't feel like it's as posed as even either of these other two, because it seems like you're back behind something. You're creating this almost frame within a frame with these flowers in the foreground. And it's like you've caught him as he's texting or something on his phone, right? What I think you've also done well in all of these is have an environment that enhances your subject without taking over. You want your subject to be the most interesting thing in the environment. And you partially get that because his pants have an interesting pattern and set him apart from the background. But you also have used shallow depth of field, or in this image, or lighting in this image to create that distinction that we have a clear subject and he's not getting too mashed up with his background. So that's working really well for you. Now, the last thing, and this is just because of what we've talked about, is I think you have a great eye for composition, you have a great eye for light, and you're working great with a model. So you have everything you need for a photo shoot like this. And what we've talked about in the past is how you can push your concept for your images. And I think this is a great class for you to push that for your final project. You have the rest of the class and you'll have assignments, but they'll all be pushing towards that final project. So how can you explore concept and really get into the concept of how, or the idea of how you can add concept to your fashion shoots so that they are more memorable, so that they are They are projecting your vision, which is why people will really hire you in the end.